relationship, I'm the one who cracks the dad jokes and he laughs.
Once he came back from the bank and he said this old lady asked him to help him check her balance. So he said he just shoved her to the floor and said, I guess you can't balance.
So this one time I go up to him with my phone and I'm like, Papa, can you blink at this for me? And he deadass looks at me and blinks.
My dad, one day he said, if your house is too cold, go stand in a corner. It's always 90 degrees there.
Every single time I ask him to wait, he'll tell me how much he weighs.
So I think one of my favorite, most treasured memories would be when we went on a bike trip together.
I recently had my first drink with him and it meant a lot.
The day before the first day of college, and he took me out to get some coffee. We had a great conversation about life and finding happiness in what you do.
Once my mum wasn't at home, so my dad and I just ordered like everything we could from some restaurant, had the whole table full of food, it's probably why I look like this now, and just put on some random show on TV and watched it for hours and hours on end.
I was stuck in this particular sum and I kept trying and I couldn't. And my dad wasn't in town, he was in Norway. I'd sent him a picture of how I'd solved it and I was like, please, can you tell me where I went wrong? After 10-15 minutes, I get the entire sum solved on a tissue paper because he didn't have any other paper over there.
I'd say Grumpy from Snow White because he's grumpy but there's a soft spot there also.
Handy manny. I think my dad has this urge to fix things always.
I think that would be Gru from Despicable Me because he's just the most girl dad ever. He's soft, he's grumpy, all of that.
Indiana Jones reminds me the most of my dad. It always reminds me of that sense of adventure that he has in him.
Cooper from Interstellar, the father, because he went on this big mission just because he wanted to protect his kid.
Funny.
Protective.
I'd say content.
I think protected, supported.
I'm at peace. I don't have to worry about anything anymore.
So I think I was in first grade or something and I wanted to go vegetable shopping with him. So I was sitting behind him on the two-wheeler and I had this huge helmet on. So I fell. The thing is, he didn't realize and he kept going.
So there was this exam that I was panicking about and to calm me down, he started singing the Bahubali song.
My dad is an amazing photographer, but he cannot take a selfie for the life of him, and every time he tries, it's just very painful to look at.
Once we were hanging out around a mall and he saw this guy with buck teeth walking around and he told me to go up to him because I loved Queen back then. And he was like, that's Freddie Mercury, son, go say hi. And I went up and said hi, and for some reason, Freddie Mercury played along.
Watching crime shows.
My father and I share a love for sports and music, and that's something that really brings us together.
Trekking, we love swimming.
I said I love him and I hugged him and I walked out of the door.
A week ago, we both know that we love each other and we both know that it's a relationship that means a lot to the both of us.
Yesterday, actually, after we got into a big fight.
I think it was his birthday in Jan. I don't say it much, but I feel like I should.
I don't think it's ever been said. I don't know, it's felt, I feel.